Meantime, here home, White House turmoil and turnover. White House cancer calling. Conway says she expected the bill is warning of personal changes. Firing in the White House. In the West Wing, the president takes Twitter that caused the leakers and creators. And also reporting this morning with calls and White House has startling reports of cell phone ban, even conducting sweeps to try clear out devices. And just to had a meeting, a long meeting with presidents and stuff to prove tens and to translate again the American conferences at the White House to what you're no warning on what they're trying to do to stop police. Well, police are right the very center of White House right now with the president tuning and yesterday, the lead star of Passive over that Federation put up fake news, make this was look as bad as possible, he said, with a big set of colors below all traitors and cowards will find out who they are. But Poppy, pointing to the binding of the legal R is not that easy for this White House. The great links to the have actually shown to tame down any leaks. The 16 months that's in been one of this the tactics was a personal self-maintenance to do by the Stoic then calendar back in January. Now the online memo to stop here, he said wasn't a preventive for maybe a talk to reporters, but for natural security reason. But many people work inside the White House, so we get to stop me the talks to voters around the day. He carried the banner as did a lockers in the entryways into the West Wing of caverns. Store their phones start the day, so all to find several sprinters checking their phones of the day. Several are stuck at the White House to turn on the cocoa and buzzing and chirping and most people's thoughts are going off. Now for people who forget, there's a locker and simply more the band. There are sweeps carried out to check whether anyone the devices that are government issued anywhere last week. That includes the settlement of 6 going last week. Having these handheld devices were probably time has the pickup and the non-authorized phone is a flash for ring and very accurate until about people who's working to post an Avalon light phone C just so you what great like things to go on go to find out the origins are on 5-6 here in the West Wing. Now this is the memo talk the seventh he says no one but the people could be from heaven coming to the West Wing and the dead having have divided the civil society White House that don't think anyone told this and didn't have calling and she has the worst people that trainers and why of the reset popular that bottom line stand for reporters that cousin him sort of reporter not have reporters can find out what's going on in the White House to tell their people. Okay, goes by the White House story. Think you is going Campbell House. The girl there let presidents will have one meeting or sounding Republicans and sounding Republicans are very confused if in the shadows of the McCain comments in the White House he knows about why the president and the White House the Chinese direct and easy what to wait said. Wapala is the puppet trade for and strayed a lot of members goes day 6 and there's a story just now. White House with Beverly inside and public telecenter. A lot of people rightly are saying that this is the last thing we want to talk about, but also talking about this problem thing with our leadership backgrounds as well. And Senator Corner John Thruvis often say, look, like outsiders at home, administration and policy are really of a joke. A dying that became is just distracting the format. Weirdly, they need to focus on this. They have John Kennedy's racing sometimes is a reason for everything, and sometimes you're just stupid and like you met and close meeting. This have the words have triumphed. Chinese Communications Corporation Nigeria, the president says he was going to get the DTA. You want a word about that? Also saying that competitors go to cyberstel as bios and they are not himself to be president. President for Hasford, he's very frustrated or someplace just not be we're getting first. We want to see that first for faster face and also it's gonna be from more fun and he's border one. The one there is zone. Thank you very much. We're bring her down and got spurned and that's funeral with the angle. I'll start with you. Calling maybe helpline and put and buy on pouring on pens. That's seed to be best. Sometimes the person in yellow is doing looking. It's not hard to be if it's talking about good one. Go ahead to boots does fear. You know the expert. No, in the White House, Big had finally blew the downward cannon. He's trying to rule out talking for looking the past. He's gonna need to get rid of most of the people around him. This is a team. This is a good tradition race. One more or a couple people go stepping out of rhyme. A triple and the go forget many are the people who are couple and burned up as summarized. Without the president of Morrison and our British words people making our case to make and watching things to suicide outright. The facts were communicated with no or false or present. The always to 2006 was convulsive satyrs disgusting among by John came dying. A White House would have done carefully they choose another apology publicly. They try to flip this and the story about leaks how much of a success though House's jobs are at getting ahead, getting a hold of a story, hitting a man leading a conference, and surf on fractured bone. He was hitting the floor. But think clean out with a sweat and want to know one day's story. Come on, Fitz was joking. She apologized. We don't condone the stuff. Lynch even on what the time and what happened again. And that's sad with the first time and time before the broke water. The 15th element for this were be administration starting when I want to say president because the show is funny for official, not for the comments that she made. But on the leaking now, oh sorry, they dig on their heels. And do that on a song today. If he had some rules, a corner and thing crossing in Mansia, other sinners. You know, the American white voice is allowed to have it, not like it's in the White House. Can he really just sing or nothing or this is just a problem, Nickers? He certainly can. is a probably coupling the cross one, but he has many risk covers simply by refusing to ultrasound. Right, I have some cases and may came as if there's sponsors and a special place in the heart. Some American is so many as fellow and questioning. Is it different? No question of this around. But I wonder, there a couple of praise to the rapper of the applicant. Let us settle, we can go to fair process. Anybody pays this fair be crude, and maybe he'll try if you start to see his base turning on the Sunfi Island and Seabat and practicing and all. He says you're acting, and this is the part to be mortal of expanding to other photos. Alex, I know corning times today. Fed Trump aide wrong the right president writing pens appears besides in a paragraph on the Republican very different so many there's striking examples and stories around how that is happening. What kind of tension has it actually hustling? Where's he right now is the medical of the house and the Trump side right? And for presidents and the hamsters and the huge amount of my friends were levers in power of a fundraising candidates with the how to forward computers, resources and strategy to the woman because it drops out of pull because they present to deserve their own power knows everybody but neither president of scared to matter power is sure because there's some pretty real example important elections days foreign the presidents the phone pulled now and these other things on the unencoded patterns to 2024 just wanted. It's a fascinating when we just some justice here and thank you.